I would like to perhaps inform you that the philosophy and the idea you had in your manifesto is correct. Because the idea you had on your manifesto about bottom up is actually the principle that supports life. Everything emanates from the bottom. Everything comes from the soil towards the heavens. But the only thing that's making perhaps your ideas not to be manifested or not to be easily become real is because the bottom or the foundation is not in place. When I mean by the foundation is about the socio-human capital, things that support socio-human capital to produce, to support all these ideas you had. The idea to give to us, the citizens of this nation, free medical. The idea you have for us to be able to feed this nation, to be able to feed itself. The idea that you have about affordable housing. Those ideas they are actually good. But you have forgotten the really gist of everything. It's about a foundation. How can you bring or have this foundation to support all these ideas? This foundation must only be supported by energy. If this idea that you have, this noble idea in your manifesto, if you want them to cherish and to be fulfilled, think about having the energy that will run this idea. Because this idea that that your manifesto profess is all about the economic ideas. Any economic idea without energy is all vanity. Because the energy that runs the economy ideas is the energy that fuels industrial, that makes human social capital to be able to participate in economic development. The issue of tax, where you are searching to find energy so that you can be able to finance the housing, issue of the housing, the issue of agriculture, the issue of health. It's becoming impossible because the foundation or this bottom is not able to yield enough to support this noble idea. The load or the issue of the load factor is too great to the foundation. Improve on the foundation. And the only way to improve on the foundation is to be able to produce or to give social impetus to this foundation to be able to participate in economic generating activities. Let the socio-human capital of this nation be able to participate in social activities by lowering the energy, the cost of energy, the revenue. If you only lower the cost of energy, you'll make Kenya to become an industrial hub. And that's what happened to Pharaoh. Pharaoh, after procuring the energy from slaves, he built the pyramids. The British or the British Empire, after procuring the energy from steam and from slaves, it became an industrial hub. In 18th century, 17th century, 16th century, in Europe and even in America, the most notable commercial hub of the time was British. Now, the modern or the postmodern man, the most notable commercial hub of mankind is America, USA, which is actually now being challenged by China. After Britain discovering atomic power, it became superpower nation because it has energy, which actually gives it social impetus to facilitate all that's needed for it. It applies to China. China is providing cheap human social capital and also cheap energy. By doing so, it's attracting investment from across the world towards China soil or towards China, towards China. But Kenya now, instead of us lowering energy, we have made energy to become very high to procure. It is now making the human social capital to be trained, or socio-human brain to be trained to further the overseas countries. Please, His Excellency the President, I'm requesting you to lower the energy to attract investment within our land, within Kenya. And that's the message I have. The more you lower the energy, we shall be a calm industrial hub within East and Central Africa and within Africa and the entire world. Thank you, His Excellency. Thank you. That's the message I have for you. God bless.